I am a big, angry chameleon. Oh, he's sleeping. He's sleeping right there. We're gonna get you guys up in here. Oh my gosh. This is what we are trying to save these chameleons from. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Landon Scherr, and today we have a really cool video for you guys, so you're not gonna want to miss this. In the last video, we rescued an invasive species of lizard called an iguana, the green iguana. It was shot by a bow and arrow, a really sad situation, but I'm glad we were able to get in there and help. The iguana is doing great now to update you guys, but we do need to pick a name, so comment down below a name for that iguana and watch the video if you haven't seen it already. Now, last night was a different rescue mission. Here in South Florida, we have another species of invasive lizards called veiled chameleons. Now, you guys have probably seen chameleons everywhere in TV shows and movies, but these guys are invasive down here in South Florida, and last night they needed our help. Not only do they need to be removed from our ecosystem because they're competing with our native wildlife, but last night the temperatures were dropping and it got really cold, which means these chameleons, as reptiles being cold-blooded, could pass away, and that is obviously not something that we want. So my friend Austin and I decided we'd head out, see if we can find some chameleons, catch them, bring them back here, warm them up, and save them from the cold weather. But that's enough talking for right now, guys. I'm just gonna see you at the chameleon spot. And we are at the chameleon spot, guys. Now, if you've seen on my channel before, I have a whole video on chameleon hunting which explains all the details about it, how they got here, really what types we can find here, everything. So after this video, go and check that out, because we're not gonna be as in-depth this time, but we are out here looking for chameleons. Now, tonight is a special night. It's about 43 degrees right now, which is freezing, and I may be wearing shorts, but that's because I'm ready to climb up some trees. I didn't wanna get my pants all dirty, and this gives me a little more climbing motion. So what we're gonna do, I have Austin on camera. Basically, I need to get my light out of the car. We're gonna scan this tree line over here, which you guys are gonna see in a second, in hopes of finding some beautiful veiled chameleons that look like this. Now, these guys are amazing. They're an invasive species here, if you guys didn't know, so they need to be brought out of our ecosystem. But with it being so cold, they also need to be removed because they're dying out here. It is very cold, and reptiles do not create their own body heat because they are cold-blooded. So hopefully we'll be able to scan these trees, find a couple chameleons, take them home with us, and rescue them from this freezing weather. Let's go. Now I have my trusty light. Found a lot of animals with this thing. So we're looking in these trees, and really with chameleons, they can be all the way down here. You know, mainly we find them at about eye level, about 5 feet up to about 30 feet up in these trees. They like the leafy trees, kind of like this, more so, but I've seen them on this long, tall grass before, just hanging on. I've seen them kind of everywhere, so you really just have to keep your eyes peeled, really scan slowly, and hope you can see that little curly tail or that crest on their head. But if we work slow enough, I know there's a bunch in this area, so we should be able to find some. Guys, just as we have started walking, Austin found a huge male chameleon on this side of the road. Now, where did he go? Oh, he's right there. Now, as you can see, he's sleeping on that branch. So cool. He's a little high, so it's gonna be a little bit of a climb for us. That is a really nice chameleon, and Austin's first time finding one, so good job to Austin there. Actually wasn't really expecting him to point one out, because you really kind of have to have the eye for it. At night, shining in these trees, everything kind of looks the same. But he's sleeping right here on this branch. I think we can get him down. Let's go up there and see what happens. Usually I have a headlight, but now I'm gonna have to climb with the light in my hand. Let's see here. I'm gonna need some assistance here, Austin. Take that there. Now, with all these dead sticks, I don't know if they'll hold me, but we'll see. Okay, so we're up in the tree now, as you can see, and where he's at is he's on this long, thin, dead branch here. So what we're gonna have to do, gently, I kind of have to be a little quiet, but I want you guys to be able to hear me. Basically, We're gonna have to break this branch off and swing him over carefully without waking him up so he doesn't leave to another branch and start climbing up another tree. I'm all tied up here. Technical difficulties. Now you can see why I'm wearing shorts. Even though it's so cold out here, you can probably almost see my breath. Let me see the camera for 1 second. We're gonna get you guys up in here. I don't know what we're looking at right now. Oh, I don't want to fall. Expensive camera. All right. So we're up here in the tree now, and you can see him just through there. He's unfocused. There you go. That's a good shot right there. So he's sleeping on that branch, and we're trying to get over to him from here. I think we'll be able to get him. All right, so what we've decided to do is to break off this stick here, pass it over to the chameleon in hopes that he grabs just on this end and we can bring him back to us. Let's see how it works. So he's right here. Hey, big boy. Oh. All right, we've got him. We've got him. He's very grumpy. Whew, look at that big, beautiful male veiled chameleon. Now he's not the biggest one. He's not as big as the one that we caught with Chandler that I just set up that tank for, but oh, he's lunging. He's like, don't come near me. I am a big, angry chameleon. Now guys, how cool is it to be able to come out here in South Florida and find one of these? Comment down below where these are from. I know where they're from, but at the end of the video, maybe you'll find out. But comment down below where you think that these guys are from. I'll give you a hint. They're from the desert. They're from someplace far away from here, and they really can't tolerate these colder temperatures that we're facing now in these Miami winters. But it's okay, boy. We're gonna get you into a new home. We're gonna heat you up. I'm actually so surprised that he's moving this much, because when I grabbed him, he was frozen solid. I'm gonna hand this right here down to Austin, get down from this tree, and talk about him a little more. So we are down from the tree now, and guys, just getting a better look at him now. Every time, I've caught plenty of chameleons out here and other invasive species that we've showed on the channel, but every time I catch chameleons, I am just in awe at their color. The males specifically. The females aren't as pretty typically. The males just have all of these crazy mustard yellows, beautiful greens and blues, all sorts of colors you'll find on them. Now this is just the first one of the night, so we didn't get skunked. And like I said, he is freezing cold. He really needs to warm back up. So we're gonna get him in the car, put on that heater, look for some more, and then we'll see what we find. Guys, oh my gosh. Look how big this chameleon is. Now, you can obviously see this poor guy has passed away, and that is due most likely to these cold temperatures. I've never found a dead chameleon out here, and I've never really looked for them in the cold temperatures, but wow. What an amazing chameleon. Much bigger than the last one. We haven't found any more yet besides this guy. You can see he still has some of those bright colors. It doesn't look like he just died tonight. Maybe last night when that cold front first came through. You see he has some shedding skin here. His eyes are all sunken in. Oh my gosh. This is what we are trying to save these chameleons from. We really don't want them to die. Really sad to see something like this. Hopefully we can catch some more of these guys so they don't have to die like this, bring them home with us, and warm them back up. Wow, I have this guy, and he is much warmer after sitting in the car. We looked around, we're back at the truck now. We didn't find anything else. This was the only one we could find. Maybe they're tucked in a little deeper since it is so cold. Usually we have better luck finding them, but finding one to save and bring home with us to warm him back up is just the coolest thing. Two birds with one stone. We're removing an invasive species from out here. I don't know what he's doing. He's like clamped on to my wrist there. But we're removing an invasive species from here in South Florida, and we're getting to save him because he could potentially die out here. What an amazing animal. Let's head home. Alright guys, so I'm just getting home. I actually cleaned up, showered up a little bit, and the chameleon is still in the car. Gotta film this by myself now. So let's see. Here he is. Oh, he's sleeping. He's sleeping right there. Let's open up the car. Oh, look at that. You're okay. You're okay. Come here. Come here. It's okay. It's okay. Hey, don't bite me. Don't bite me. It's all right. I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm not gonna hurt you. You hear him hissing like that? He is really mad. I'm sorry to stress this guy out. He's obviously warmed up after sitting in the car. We put on that heater for him all night. We got the one leg off. He's grabbed onto my hand. Oh, he wants to bite my thumb. Come here, buddy. It's okay. Look at that. Gorgeous veiled chameleon. Let's get him into his new home. So as you guys can see, we have got him out of the car. He's all lit up there with those pretty colors. Look at that. I'm trying to see what I'm filming here. Just a gorgeous male chameleon. Now I have his new little temporary home for the night here. Now I'm gonna put it inside so he stays warmer, and I also have this heat light, obviously, so he stays warm. All reptiles need a heat light or heat pad to keep their bodies warm, because your house is probably around 75 degrees or colder, and these guys need it to be a little bit warmer because they can't create that body heat. So for tonight, I'm gonna be putting him in here. I'm setting this up outside because I don't want to wake anyone up with all this talking and recording. It is late. Let's see if we can get him off my hat here. You want to come off? Oh, hey, don't bite me. Don't bite me now. I've had my fair share of animal bites, but if I can prevent them, it's always nice not getting, oh, bit. Look how mean he is. What are you doing? So what I've done is I just took off my hat. You can see he's latched on there. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put him right here. Just like that, and he'll want to hide down in those bushes. He's just gonna go right down in there for now. And just like that, we have saved one chameleon from being frozen tonight. He is gonna do really well tonight once we get him inside and get this light turned on. I've just plugged it in here so you guys can see how it works. He can basically climb up this screen and get closer to that light, or go deeper in those little plants down there if he gets too warm. So he can really thermoregulate throughout this tank. But with that being said, guys, I'm tired and I'm gonna go to sleep. I'll see you in the morning. And guys, it is the next morning. I've brought the chameleon back outside because it's a little bit warmer this morning and the sun has come up, so he's getting some natural